Good morning. Welcome, everybody. This is my weekly performance summary for the week ending September 20th, 2025. And I'm your host, Jason Allen Jankowski at netwinningtrader.com. And just to make sure we're all on the same page, because I've had questions about this, people have asked me uh, what you're seeing on the screen when you look at this data and positions and discussion. These are all trades done in my personal trading accounts. So if you're concerned about the viability or reality of these trades, I can understand that, but don't be. They're actually real trades done in real time, and they're in my personal trading accounts. So regardless of what other people do in this field, people who portend or pretend to be true educators and people worthy of your commitment and time in the trading environment, regardless of what those people do, uh, most of those people don't really. I think they're basically charlatans. Personally, that's my opinion. Most of them won't take the risk that you're willing to trade. I mean, you're trying to get out there and make money, and they're just selling systems and analysis. They don't even have trading accounts open. You'd be surprised how many of those people are out there. But I want you to know that what I'm doing for you is showing you that this is a winnable, learnable business. There's no secret to it. It's a simple and methodical method to win. And I teach that at netwinningtrader.com. So when you're finally tired of all the crap you see out there and you're finally tired of losing money, you can come see me and I will sit you down, have a conversation with you, and show you what you need to change and how you need to change that. And I think that'll be probably the turning point in your career. So if you're interested, the sooner the better. Feel free to get a hold of me at netwinningtrader.com. Also, you can reach me at the contact information and the market mastery meetup if you're interested too. So we'll talk more about that when you're ready. So let's go ahead and get to work for today, for this Saturday, as we wrap up this trading week, which was busy because of um, we had the FOMC meeting on Wednesday, followed by a little bit of additional market action on Friday. So I think that you'll find that this week, although closed trades, which we're going to talk about right here, show net losses. I'll get to this right now. We only had 16 total trades closed. Had some whipsaw around Wednesday during FOMC, but I also got repositioned on that whipsaw. So that being said, we had long trades for losers, short trades for losers. Total pips lost was 466.6, but we did have winning trades for 194. So actually, my total net gain or loss on closed positions, 271.70. Now, for those of you that haven't been following along very long, that's typical. It's not uncommon for me to have losses on the way to holding winning trades. And then when it's all said and done, after the winners are taken off later, we end up with nice gains net over time. And that's what I'm going to show you right now. Is that the positions that I'm currently holding, and I'll get to these in a minute, are open trades right now. So we have pounds, long pounds, 34.69.6. Friday's close 34.66, so we're down about 3 pips on that one. And we're short pounds from the highs at 137.05 for a gain of 239 on that one. Now, for those of you that get confused, why would I have both long and short on? That's because of what I teach in the Net Winning Trader protocols, how to win. One of the things that I do is I manage both sides of the trade all the time. I have a long only account and I have a short only account. Long calls, or when there's a trade that's suggested or a signal on the long side, that's put in the long only account. When there's a signal on the sell side, that's put in the short only account. Now, as you probably have figured out by now, doesn't matter if you're long or short, you need to be on the right side. So if you're on the right side, guess what? You make money. So when a long position shows up, you put it on. When a short position shows up, you put it on. 2 weeks from now, and the market's 300 points away from wherever it started from, one of those two will have worked. Most likely, the net gain on the winner would have been bigger than the net loss on the loser. So that's exactly how I play it week after week after week, and that's why you'll see, if you notice, when you watch me long enough, most every single week I'm net ahead, open trade equity at the very least. Most of the time it's been closed trades, but most of the time open trade equity is working for net gains. So that's pounds. I got both sides on in pounds. I also have both sides on in euro from the same position. We're short from the highs with a nice gain, 141, with a short, or pardon me, a long that's working from under the market. And I'll show you again this in a minute. So we got the short from the highs, comes down to a buy point. We take it. One side or the other is going to win. If the winning side is short, then whatever the long loses, the short will make up plus more is our goal. On pounds, on yen, we have the same situation there. The exception being we're long from under the market with a gain of about 200 points and short from above the market as the market rallied into the high prints for the week. I put a short on there against my longs, and we got a small gain there too. So all things considered for open trade gains, we also have CAD on for a short position above the market at 28.6. Total open trade equity gain at this point, 617.4. So basically about 2.5 times as much in open trade gains working against closed trade losses. So I'll lose money all week long on closed trade losses if my open trade gains are bigger than that going into the weekend, because that means I'm going to make money net consistently all the time. And that's really what our goal is, right? So let's have a look at these chart by chart, page by page. This is pounds. And as you can see from last week, this little red bar right here, in fact, I'm going to go ahead and get my pen working again. Our red bar right here, this one, that red bar came in short, and that didn't work. Stopped out here, re-entered the position at the high print. You can't see it here, but on the trading platform that I execute with, which is different than the study platform, there's a reversal pattern here, an H, right here, as a matter of fact. You can't see it on this one, but it's on the other one. So we went ahead and sold again. So I stopped out, went back in on the next bar. That one didn't work either. Here you can see more sell signals attempting to come in. So I was taken out right at the highs again. Very frustrating. But here's the news. And the news event, we saw a brand new push to 3720 area in pounds, which is a multi-week, multi-month high. Why is that important? Well, that's going to be the top, I think. So you can see I sold into it at 37.05. Now, a lot of people, how do I say this? A lot of people think this is luck, right? And I don't really have time to go into this right now. I already did a broadcast on Thursday on the FOMC fallout and how to take advantage of what's known as buy the rumor, sell the fact. The whole world was already long foreign currencies, short dollars. And the news came out that was bearish for the dollar. Most likely the dollar is going to reverse at that point, and that's exactly what happened. Now, I did a whole broadcast on how to take advantage of that kind of price action and get positioned within the tails for the biggest gain on the reversal. Well, that recording is in the Market Mastery Meetups. If you're a Market Mastery Meetup member, you can get the recording and get that data if you want. If you want it just on your own, you got to ask me for it, and I'll get you the link to the recording. So please feel free to send me an email if you're interested in finding out more about how to do that. Anyway, this is my stop, so it locks in a profit. So I have a profit locked in on my short, and on the buy reversal down here at the bottom, I went long near the end of the day. And here's my liquidating stop under here. So I am short from above the market. I have a permanent profit locked in, and I'm long from the bottom. So either the market's going to rally up or it's not. If it continues to move lower, then it'll be taken out at a loss, but the short position from up here should begin to make more money. And of course, I'll move my stop down a little bit. And For those of you that have followed me for a while, you know that my whole position here is to, when I'm on a winner, doesn't matter which side it is, I add to it. So on the next rally, I'm going to add to this position. If that means it's no good, then the long is working against two shorts on, which are the two shorts will have a net gain anyway. So it's a very simple thing to do, in my opinion. Here's Euro. Euro, of course, is the same setup. As you can see, just kept trying to get short all the way up on all these reversal patterns and getting cranked out all the way up until FOMC, and we had the high print, and of course got short inside the wick using buy the rumor, sell the fact. There is my profit lock stop on the short position, and down here is the X reversal from the bottom of the range. This double line down here, this double blue line down here, this is the bottom of the range. So if it's good to go to bounce, we'll see what happens. If it's no good to bounce and it falls out of bed and heads lower, you can see my stop on it is right here, and that is underneath the range. So if it trades down under the range, there may be quite a lot of activity to be happening here. Could be all kinds of stops under the marketplace as the top of the range fails. If that's the case, then guys, you could expect some pretty spectacular movement down under here. You got to remember, if it is truly a dollar-centric trade and something happens in Euro, it's going to happen across the board. You're going to get a really big move across the board. So you can expect pounds to fall. You can expect yen to rally and CAD to rally. So we'll see if that's the case. You know, if it breaks here and there's stops listed waiting, we'll see where that goes. Let's have a look at yen. And again, same thing on yen. I mean, I started up here last week on the sell side, and you can see that worked. But when the buy side came in, I took off the shorts right here. I just took them off. That was a trade error on my part. I put the longs on. I took the short off, put a long on against it right here as we made the bottom of the range, and continued to buy on the way down, getting stopped out all the way into the big move on FOMC, and I was able to get it inside the wick again, holding that long position. Here's my stop, locking a profit, and then up here we just went ahead and sold as the market made the top of the range, or top for the week right here. My opinion, actually on the 120 time frame, I can't show you because I can't toggle back to the 120. On the 120 time frame, there are sell signals, little red X's up here. So I felt very confident putting on a short position there. So I have a short position working against the long. Again, if it rallies away, great. If it falls back, so what? I'm going to take a position, a profit on both sides. Again, it is what it is. The heartbreak for the week, though, was Canada. Let me get Canada up here real quick for you. As it's coming down, I'm buying each of these little X's, right? All of these guys here as it's coming down. Not one of these worked, right? All of them were out at losses. Just not having fun at all on the long side. And then the news, and here is our position inside the wick. However, I rolled my stop to lock a profit, and I want you to see this is what we call a bad beat. The market corrected, and here's the short position right here against it. This is exactly what's supposed to happen when I trade. I get long from under the market, short from above the market, and between the two positions, they duke it out until one side or the other wins. Well, in this case, stopped out by literally 1 pip right here. Stopped out by 1 pip on the sell-off, which means I have no long on now, but I'm holding a short. So ideally what would happen, and again, we get a long signal here, when this would have been the signal to add to the position right here. This should have been to add. Is that 2Ds? That look like 2Ds to you? All right, anyway. That would have been the place to add to this position. So in other words, I'd have been long from down here, and I'd been long roughly right there. 2 positions on, heading into the weekend, with a short above it for at least one, with strong upward potential still. Now, that trade didn't happen because I was stopped out by 1 pip. And I cannot tell you how frustrating 1 pip is. 1 pip. One tiny little thing. 1 pip. Not even the price of a good cigar. Anyway, we're only holding the short side. Now, what I did do in a situation like this, what I do is very simple. If I think the upside potential is still there, there's nothing I can really do except wait for the next buy point. And in a case like that, a lot of times the upside is the way to go. And so the short's not going to work. But since I don't have the long on to pay for it if it loses, I had to roll the stop down to break even. So I'm holding a short with a 28 points in it with a break even stop working. So I made tiny little bit of money in Canada, and now I got a break even stop on what could have been a really nice potential move. So that's just to make sure you understand that we don't want to take and risk our own money if we don't have to. All right, guys, listen, that's it for today. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you taking some extra time and reviewing what I'm up to every week. And remember, these are real trades in my real accounts. This is real money. And if you want to learn how to trade like this and take real money out of the markets instead of just kind of screwing around like most people do, you want to come to see my training at Net Winning Trader. So I'll be posting my performance again every Saturday. You're welcome to come back every Saturday. And again, if you're looking to make better use of your tools, you know where to find me. I'm also available at the Market Mastery Meetup, and I'll give you a whole year subscription to Market Mastery Meetup if you purchase a lifetime membership to Net Winning Trader. Lifetime membership, it's not that expensive. It really isn't. In fact, you probably lost more money in the markets this last couple of weeks than you would spending money in my house. But I suggest that you take a look at it, because if you were to absorb everything on the Net Winning Trader protocols and then use them along with serious guidance and help and like-minded people adding to your knowledge every day by going to the social media network, the Market Mastery Meetup for traders. If you couldn't take all that help and data in a year and turn your trading around to make you one of the best years you've ever had, there's a problem somewhere, and it might be you. So I'd love to help you. Please feel free to consider me your friend in the market. And if I can help you in any way, I promise I will. So, guys, I'll see you next week. Don't forget, every weekday, trading markets, the markets are open trading days Monday through Friday. So every Monday through Friday in the morning, I release what I call the Daily Traders Discipline, Traders Daily Discipline. And it's free. It's a podcast. You can get it on Spotify or Apple. You can also get it at Substack. So if you're not a free subscriber to that, you're welcome to have a look anytime. And all the details, of course, you can get from me through YouTube or Facebook. It's all there. Guys, have a great day. Love to learn more about what you're doing and seeing if I can help get you a little shortened on that learning curve. And so between now and maybe Monday, if you'd like to join us on the 22nd for our daily discipline, I'll see you next Saturday. Have a great week. Thanks.